And I'm delighted as well that there is somebody else who has talked sense on the network, our network, TalkTV's network, and that's the Showbiz editor at Sun on Sunday, Hannah Hope. Hannah, a very good evening to you. I am incensed because broadcasting has been my baby for me over 45 years, and I've had to work really hard. I've had big, good ups, massive downs, all the way through. And you know what? Because I've never been one of the really top people, management have never had a problem in showing me the door and firing me. They haven't got any bottle at ITV, but I have a worry here that the cover-up is also being covered up by the management, and that stinks.
Well, you're right. I mean, Eamon Holmes said last night there was absolutely a cover-up, and proof of that seems to be going on now as pictures are emerging of the runner, who I think we should call him because he hasn't been named in the press, who Philip has admitted to having had an affair with, on stage at the National Television Awards in 2018, practically picking up the award next to top talent, Holly and Phil there, when, you know, the rest of the production staff and, you know, lowly crew members are usually at the very back of the auditorium or even watching from a pub or something. So there must have been someone who knew what was going on. I mean, Eamon was making some extraordinary claims last night that this runner was arriving in ITV cars on the front page of our paper today at The Sun. We've said that this runner was spending nights at the at an apartment owned by ITV with Phil. So there looks like there has been a bit of a cover-up and a bit of an abuse of power, I would say.
Well, at the very least, I would say, because it's got to be sorted out. I mean, there does not seem to be any sorting out here in any shape or form. These same people would have got rid of people that they just didn't like, weren't doing what they wanted them to do, however woke they now become. They're not putting their arms and hands round everybody. I'm spilling my water and everything here. But what they are doing now is showing how inept they are as a management team and how out of control they are. And it's deflecting things away from YMU and agents that really are now controlling everything along with their superstars.
Well, just to kind of, if you look at an extraordinary turn of events, a week ago, Phillip Schofield announced he was stepping down, i.e. pushed from this morning. Then on Friday, him and his management company, YMU, say that he's going to be leaving ITV with immediate effect, and indeed YMU with immediate effect. YMU said they were lied to, but I don't know, if you look at the facts, YMU were there at this morning when Philip came out as being gay. So it looked like it was a very orchestrated move of them. They seem to be very in touch with his personal life. I mean, it's just to put it, make it clear, it would be very unusual for a member of YMU management to be on set. You know, they do the deals. They're not really there, are they, when you're broadcasting? No. So it does, and what's interesting about YMU as a stable is they look after Anton Deck, ITV's biggest talents, national treasures. They also look after Simon Cowell, Amanda Holden, Lorraine Kelly, very big names. So you're kind of thinking, are they now being called into down as a trustworthy management firm? I
have never met an agent that doesn't know nearly everything about their client because they have to.
Right. Okay, so you're saying that they dropped the ball here, or they were covering it up as well?
Well, they must have done.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
because it's their job to know about the client.
It's not just a job. So at one other occasion, I went to see another agent who became a disgraced agent himself. But
can you say who it was?
Yeah, I can. It was Max Clifford. At the time.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
I didn't particularly want to see him, but I'd just been thrown out the door by the BBC, and hadn't got anywhere to go. And I went to see him, and he'd said the last person actually who was in here a bit like you with nothing happening for them was Piers Morgan, but he'd got other things that he could do, and he didn't know about sport and everything. But to cut a long story short with all of that, these people find out exactly what their clients are doing. They don't say, I don't want to know. They know. And they know. And they know from other people.
They know where the bodies are buried.
They know everything. Of course they know everything. And this lot will know everything. He's a major shareholder of YMU, Phillip Schofield. But what we've got here now is the classic that the management team are not big enough to control the large top talent. Talent's taking control here. There's no doubt about it. And if ITV have got a chief executive in Caroline McCall and an editor in Martin Frizzell who should know better, You know, he's been there so many years, and also had a programme in Kevin Liger. I mean, I saw him sort of, you know, walking with his wife, being doorstepped yesterday and everything. Just say something. Don't mumble anything. The whole of your department and your television company is in real trouble here, and then nobody's doing anything.
Well, you're right. I mean, it's only going to get worse because I would say every day more revelations are coming out. It's almost every hour more revelations coming out because of social media, because of so many picture surfacing. I mean, even Dr. Ranj, who has pointed fingers at ITV and toxicity within this morning, a picture of him has appeared today with the runner in question. He said, "Look, yeah, we had a selfie together. That was it. You know, I wasn't involved in this behind the scenes affair." But until someone holds their hands up and takes the blame, I think more revelations will come out. I think that, you know, with this morning is currently on this TV carrying on, and I just don't know how people can take it seriously. They've lied to their viewers, and until someone says, look, maybe we're going to be taken off air for a bit for review, actually so and so is going to step down because mistakes were made, then the revelations are going to keep on coming.
But above these chief executives and everything, the big power play of the shareholders and the board now, they've got to think here, if they don't do something very quickly and either remove these people or sort it out, then this is going to just go down the pan.
You're absolutely right, and I'm really glad you mentioned that, actually, because shares are dropping in ITV, and that's when, you know, stuff does really get real, because then that's when the money stops running and money stops coming in. We already know that this morning's advertiser, Arnold Clark, have pulled their advertising as of September. So, you know, where are we going to go then? If there's no money, then they can't even keep the charade going, can they?
Do you know one of the other things that really annoys me about all of this? The sense of that programme, when it had real purpose, was terrific for the people that wanted to watch it.
Yeah,
I know for so many people that enjoyed that when they came home from school, taking the kids to school. They understood. They certainly understood Eamon, and they certainly understood Ruth, and they loved all of that. And then they all thought that they really knew and understood Phillip Schofield and Holly, and when they'd got together. But, you know, you cannot let this go on like this, because the end of this programme is nigh if we don't watch it. There are, of course, some wonderful people who could take over there, and there will be another lot of talent. But until these bosses sort anything out with what's going on at the moment, we're in this sort of stagnant treading water.
Absolutely, they're burying their head in the sands, and I just...
They're not up to the job.
No, and I think as well that I feel like they've done a real disservice to the viewers at the end of the day. They've lied to the viewers, and I just think if you're treating your viewers for idiots, then what have you got? You know, like the viewers deserve more. Like, they're the ones who tune in every day and lap it all up, and if you're treating them like they're a bunch of idiots, then they don't deserve you.
No, I completely agree with you. I know what the other thing is as well. If you've got these bosses will have fired people when they want to, when they know it's easy, because they're still in control. It's pretty obvious now that they are not in control of their network.